But also curious, Francis, about your opinion about synthetic data generation, more from the testing perspective.
Yeah, of course. But I think, again, it gives you independency as a development team. And I especially say development team because the testers will, of course, use the data, but don't forget the people who are investigating data, or inspecting data for purposes of reporting, for example, right? It's during that development process, a lot of time is well, you use for analyzing your data, and they will, if they don't have representative data, they will go to prod, right? But they don't have the prod environment because they are not allowed to look in prod, right? Because there is something with security and privacy there. So it also helps your synthetic data. If you have, for example, what you guys are doing with AI and stuff, all your patterns, right, are in your synthetic data. And it's very helpful also for development. That's the one thing. The other side is, again, if for a tester you can share your data. You can share your data in your team, outside your team. You have the availability of data. You can maybe chop it in pieces. If you make a mistake, you will get your data back again. So you can store it, right, in a between brackets normal way, right? You can copy it maybe, right? So it gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility. Difficulty, what I see though, is interaction with different systems or systems outside your company. You have to really make great appointments there if it's possible to use synthetic data in your, what I just said, end-to-end testing, right? On the other hand, yeah, to me that is just a technical difficulty that you have to overcome. That's the one thing. On the other side, it is also maybe a risk thing to overcome. Is it really so important that you really have to do your connection test, your end-to-end test, live with two organizations or with two big systems? Not sure. We're currently living in an API. We're going to be using a lot of APIs. So maybe you can start thinking about another API strategy, for example, if you do connections with the outside world. So actually, to me, I would always love to work with synthetic data. It will, again, because it will give me freedom, and it gives me also, well, the trustfulness that I'm using data which is reflecting somehow the production.
Yeah.
And with all the benefits there, sharing, flexibility. Well, what can I say, Wim? We need it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I also really want to underline the principle that Francis mentioned, that anything can happen to your synthetic data set, and honestly, you might care that you have a leak in your system in general, but you won't care that the data set itself got out. Exactly. And that is a peace of mind that many company owners want to have. It is something that well, it can be bought. Apparently it can. But a lot of people do not concern with it right now, and maybe they should.
I think they should. Yeah.